Experiment number 4, measurement of angle of a taper plug gauge by sine principle and determination of end of the diameter. By determination of end of the diameter. It is completely cylindrical job, or we can tell it is a right circular cylinder, like this way if we put it. But if the job is taper in nature, you please look at this job. It is a cylindrical taper, just like our lathe center. We have to find out mathematically with the help of some instruments how the taper of this job can be calculated. Taper means basically always larger diameter, smaller diameter. So, there is a continuous decrement of diameter. So, with the help of sine bar as well as with the help of the sine table, both are same, we can, same means appearance is something different, but with the help of the same principle, we can find out the external taper of a cylindrical job, or if it is a taper flat job, we can also find it out, which has been seen in figure. You please see the figure, this is not cylindrical, rather flat taper job. We can find it out. What is the objective of the experiment? Now, the objective, it has been written, included angle of a taper, provided not only included angle, rather included external angle of a taper plug gauge with the help of a sine bar. What is sine bar? You please see, basically this is sine bar. With the help of the sine bar, we can find out the included angle of a taper plug gauge. That means this figure has been printed in the data sheet. You please see this sine bar. Sine bar is sold in the market with respect to the length in between these two rollers. If it is 5 inch, that means center distance between two rollers is 5 inch. And we will take the help of another instrument which is known as sine table. We have taken sine table because it helps us to hold the job. What we should do? It has got two rollers. One roller has got higher diameter, another roller has got smaller diameter. We should adjust it during our calculation, there is some reason behind it. Another instrument which we need, vernier caliper. Another instrument which we need, that is box of slip gauges. Box of slip gauges. You please see, another slip gauge boxes is there. Different types of slip gauges are there having different dimensions. And the final instrument, we need dial gauge, which will certify when we will take our dimensions from slip gauges. What we do actually, you please see this picture. The job was taper. You please see this job. This is angle, this is the job. The job, if you keep it, if you keep the job, this is not the exact job, if you keep any job over here, this becomes parallel. But if the job is taper, certainly this will not be parallel. Can you give me this job? Certainly, if you put this job over here, basically it is a external taper job. If you put this job over here, if you keep it like this way, certainly it is continuous decrement of diameter. You should find out the included angle with the help of either sine bar or sine table. So, if we put this dial gauge over here, if you move from left to right, certainly there should be no deflection, because if you have put your dial gauge over here, it has the higher diameter. When you will slide it, certainly there should be some gap. But if you put the dial gauge over here and come from right to left, there is a continuous deflection in dial gauge. That means it is not parallel. If it is parallel like this way, certainly if you put dial gauge anywhere, if you slide it from left to right or right to left, there should be no deflection into the dial gauge. That indicates this surface is parallel to surface plate. So, how we should make it parallel? If we put like this way, you might expect it is parallel. So, what should we put? We have to take the measurement. So, it is better to put number of slip gauges over here. But in this instrument, it is not possible to provide slip gauge over here. This surface and this surface are parallel. So, if we put slip gauge here, certainly if we put the slip gauge over here, that means this end has been raised. One of the end of the sine table has been uplifted by slip gauge and it becomes parallel. We can measure the upliftment by counting the total result of number of slip gauges, as well the measurement which has been given on the slip gauges. So, this is the technique, but why? It is known as sine bar or sine table, or basically sine principle, which we have adopted. We have read it in our school level, that is this point. We have read it in our school level. This, the inclination, if you increase the length, it will come, it will anywhere join over here on the surface plate. You please think, this line, this is vertical line and this is the horizontal line where this line will meet. Certainly, we can find it out, the angle. So, which angle? You please take the center line or the top line like this way, this and this side, which can be calculated by the value which you have got from the slip gauges. Simply go on adding the number of slip gauges and the measurement which has been written. So, this angle, with the help of this sine, that is sine theta basically, we can find out the included angle of an external job. So, what are the things are required? Sine bar. This is sine bar. Today, in exchange of sine bar, we have taken the help of sine table. Simply it rotates, nothing more. Box of slip gauges we have here, dial gauge we have here, and vernier caliper. And vernier caliper is required after some time. This is vernier caliper. So, Arun Babu is going to demonstrate how to carry out the experiment. Arun Babu has kept the job like this way. That means the top surface is not parallel to this surface. It is included. If we extend the line will come anywhere over here, and this is the horizontal line. Now, it is the duty of the Arun Babu to put the number of slip gauges, it may be a single slip gauges or 2 or 3 slip gauges, with the help of the process known as ringing, to make the top surface should be parallel to this top surface. Arun Babu, please show us. Now, you please see, he has placed one slip gauges in such a way If you slide the dial gauge, you please side. You please see there is no reflection at all. What we can tell that this surface is parallel to this surface. If it is so, the included angle, certainly you please see the figure, this top surface is parallel to this plane. So, this if you draw one line from the center of this like this way, it will meet somewhere else. This is the base of a triangle, think about your class level, and this is the height that is perpendicular. So, this angle with the help of, basically it is a trigonometrical problem. Am I right? Trigonometrical problem, we can find out the sin theta, some value we will get. If it is so, we can find out the included angle. It is very easy, but one thing till it is remaining, which we have to calculate, that is, it has been written on the data sheet, that is 2 end diameters. That means 2 end diameters, this is one diameter, this included, and this diameter you have to calculate. With the help of these two rollers, yeah. Arun Babu is placing one roller over here, we can calculate the larger diameter as well as we can calculate the smaller diameter. And Arun Babu is going to carry out initially I have already told you the principle and how it will act, name of the different instrument, how we should use it, and the mathematics behind it. Now Arun Babu is doing the experiment. You please see, when he is moving from left to right, this dial gauge, so far I can see there is no deflection, minimum deflection. It may happen due to about the surface finish of the material, but this may be neglected. This may be the demerits of this experiment, but still we should consider deflection is more or less 0. So, we can tell that top surface is parallel to this surface. Now, we are going to calculate, he has placed some slip gauges over here to make it parallel. The top surface should be parallel to the surface plate. Now, Arun Babu, please calculate. Yes. 59. It is quite okay. Huh? So, we should carry out up to this level the dial indicator shows 0, but when is transferring from job to this roller, some deviation is coming. He will take the dimension, with the help of this vernier caliper, and by this he will be able to calculate what is the included angle with the help of the sine principle, as well as some mathematical calculation is also there. Now, you please see the mathematical calculation. We have got this length with the help of the slip gauges. Another length is required because length of the job is known to us. So, we can calculate this theta. What should be the value? That it has been written that the angle can be found by measuring the height BC and the hypotenuse AB, center distance between the two rollers of the sine bar of the angle of BC. We may put another way, we may put one cylindrical bar, another was cylindrical bar. By this way we can also calculate this BC. So, if BC and AC is known, we can calculate the included angle sin theta. Now, the procedure it should be supplied to in the class, it should be supplied to you through the computer, this PDF file should also be given to you. Now, the last point, you please see procedure again. You please see the procedure. You please see one roller has been placed over here. To find out this is the deviation, mind it. Initially this line was completely parallel. So if you move dial gauge from this point to this point, you will get no deflection, more or less for our consideration 0 deflection. After that, when the dial gauge will come over here, deflection will come over here. You please see another roller. Which roller has got the higher diameter? Which roller has got the higher diameter? And this roller has got the lower diameter. And this is the number of slip gauge which has been placed over here. So this is calculated by adding all the values of the slip gauges. So there is no problem, I think. By with the help of this thing, we can find out the diameter of these two end, that is larger end and the smaller end, as well as this included angle. So this is the observation table when you will get the data for different values, keeping the slip gauges having different measurement. You will put it, provided in metrology, in single reading will not satisfy the results. Rather, same set of experiments should be carried for 3 to 4 times at least. After that, we will take the average. That will give you more and more correct or more accurate results. So thank you for this experiment.